Greetings, our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. This is L.D. Smith, the watchman on the wall. Your watchman, Israel, sons and daughters of Zion. It is our Sabbath. Grab that King James. But first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to the whole family. Happy Sabbath, Israel. Now that being said, let us go forward into our teaching tonight. We have a wonderful, wonderful teaching tonight, my brothers and sisters. And we're going to be dealing with, we're over here in Egypt. And if we look at the Most High's holy word, we will get a understanding of what is going to transpire. Now I'm going to try to give you a picture of what's going to transpire here in the future. Because we all know that the Most High never changes his ways of operation, his MO. Isn't that right? That's right. Now, as I always say, I want you guys to read along, and I want you to think about, this is very, very important. I want you to think about what you're reading, and I want you to hear yourself. And as I always say, the Most High will give you a clear understanding, all right? Now, that being said, we're going to go forward into our teaching. We're going to be coming from the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Now, this is a very familiar passage. And anyone that's out there that listen to this video, that think that they might be Hebrew, and those that know that they're Hebrew, they know that the holy word over here in Deuteronomy 28 is a clear description of the children of the Most High. Now we're going to begin with verse 60, and then we're going to read on down, and then we're going to talk a minute, and then we're going to move on, okay? All right, now, let's start right here. It said, moreover, and this is verse 60 in chapter 28, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness, in every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. Now, my brothers and sisters, now, all of you guys know that it seems like every kind of sickness come up on African Americans. Tell me that you look around, the African Americans are prone for this kind of disease. They are prone for that kind of disease. They this and they that. But that is the Most High's word is being fulfilled. But all of these things also came upon our ancestors. Now, if you guys remember, back in I think it was 1930 to up into to 1950, they gave the black man syphilis. They did. And sat back and watch how he would react to it. I mean, but that's just some of the things that we know about. But there are so many other things that we are just finding out about that they did to us and what they're doing to us now. See, it's no more a secret, but everything is coming out. But let's keep on going. He says, in 62, he said, and ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord thy God. And it shall come to pass, that as the Lord rejoice over you to do you good, and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you. But I thought it was the devil. I thought the devil was doing all of this stuff. I thought Satan was doing all this stuff. I thought Lucifer, the old serpent, the adversary, the demons, all these names over the New Testament, all this bullshit, I thought they was doing these things to you. But if you see here that it's the Most High. He's running the show. He's doing everything. Now let's keep on going here, because y'all did hear what he said, didn't you? He said he rejoiced over to hurt you, to do you bad. It's right in the pages. He says, and it shall come to pass, this is 63, is that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. In other words, bring you to nothing. And ye shall be plucked off of the land whether thou goest to possess. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers knew, even wood and stone. See right there? When we came over here, our ancestors, we didn't know anything about Jesus. We were introduced to this white God over here. Even when they went over there and conquered Africa, Shaka Zulu, in several movies that they showed, they say when the white man had his cannons, they said that it was the white man's black magic, white magic. And they called them the lepers. I mean, it's right there in the movies, but what you got to do, you got to take time and then have an ear to hear and then eyes to see. And you'll see, I mean, listen, the best way to keep something secret from you is to put it right in your face. Put it right in your face and you'll never see it. You'll never see it. Just put it right in your face and you'll walk right over you. You'll pass by it all day long. But when you try to hide it, that's when you'll find out. And they put all these things in our faces all the time. And you just look right over it. Don't even see it. In all the shows and all the, I mean, it's just so many things that they do right in our face. And most of us don't even see it. I mean, and if you can't see how they downplay the Most High over here in Western civilization, in this Egypt over here, I mean, they do it all the time. I mean, if you guys ever watch the evening news or the morning news, they always take credit for everything. We're going to heat things up tomorrow. Temperature's going to be around about 75 degrees. Or we're going to cool things off. We got a cold front coming in, and the wind's coming up from Canada, and they going around like a pinwheel. And we're going to do this and we're going to do that. We're also going to have some cumulus clouds tomorrow. All this bullshit is about we. Never say anything about the Most High. But it's always about them. They downplay the Most High all through the flick. And as black people, we don't even see it. But anyway, let's keep on going. He says here that your fathers never knew wood and stone. 65. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet rest. But the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And that's the black man here in Western civilization, in America. I saw on the internet the other day where they shot this little young black boy and left him out the street, laying down dead. Left him there. Don't nobody come near him. They had the street blocked off and the boy laying there dead. But that goes to show you, they don't care anything about you. Not only that, before the election, I mean, before Donald Trump was elected, all you heard about was black men getting killed, black men getting killed, black men getting killed. Now the election is over. What happened to the media? Why are they not talking about it? But blacks are still being killed every day. Y'all don't find that strange? I mean, this thing is so jacked up and it's so fucked up until a blind man should be able to see through this smoking mirror. But let's keep on going here. 66 says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have no assurance of thy life. That's happening every day. It's like hunting season for the black man. And listen, they don't really know whether you're Hebrew or not. As long as you got color in your skin, you worried of dying. That's how they see it. They do not see you as a human being. They see you as trash. Yesterday is trash, if not yesterday is shit. Now let's keep on going. In the morning, thou wilt say, with God it was evening. And I tell you, that happens all the time. You're faced with so many pressures. They got so many tricks. They got so many traps set for you. And then they keep you spending your last dime or your last nickel. They keep your back up against the wall. You never get a chance for any rest because you're always facing something new every day. It's right here. And many times I'd be glad when this day is over with. And then tomorrow you're facing the same thing over, if not twice that. But God's word cannot be changed. He will not change his word. It's true. Now let's keep on going. With God it were morning, for the fear of thy heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now all of you guys, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, all of you guys that think that you might be Hebrew, and those that know that you're Hebrew, you know that this here is the description of our ancestors and also us. We are their offspring. We came from them. Those that stayed pure. We are the true people. Now let's keep on going here. And look what he says here. He says again, by ships, by the way whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, or no man shall save you. And that happened to our ancestors. And we're living the same way even unto the day, but it is done in a more clever way. You're still up under bondage. You're not free. You're still being done wrong every day. When you go and buy an automobile, you're going to pay more than the white man. I mean, on your job, you can work hard, and your counterpart can be doing the easiest damn thing, fucking up on the job and everything. And he'll get all the praise, and you won't get nothing. But that's how the Most High is. He is punishing us for what our ancestors did. There's no way you can get around it. But that's not the end of the story. That's only part of the story. The same way he put us in there, the same way he gonna bring us out. Now let's keep on going here. In the book of Numbers, the 23:19. Let's go to real quick. Numbers 23:19. Let's see what the Most High says here. God is not a man that he should lie, neither is he the son of man that he should repent. Has he said and shall not do it? Or has he spoken and he shall not make it good? In other words, what the Most High said, that's the way it's going to be. Now, whether anyone likes it or not, that's irrelevant to what the Most High does. I mean, whatever he does, that's for his pleasure. Whether you and I agree with it or not, that don't bother him. I mean, that don't bother him the least. And see, another thing, if we could just see ourselves and see how puny and see how insignificant we are when it comes to the Most High. We are nothing. He said to Jacob and them and the men of Israel, he called them worms. And you know he loved Jacob. He said it. Jacob I love, Esau I have hated. But my brothers and sisters, if we could just see how great the Most High is above us. We are so puny. We are, like you say, like worms in a, I mean micro worms in a little petri dish, like they have in a science lab. But that's what we are. And many walk around with a pompous attitude just because you got two legs to walk around and you can wipe your own ass and feed yourself. You think you are on top of the world. And in reality, you sick enough to die and don't even know it. But that is an individual that doesn't really understand how great the Most High is. Nor does he sees how puny he is. He's nothing. When it comes to the Most High, we are nothing. You have to see it. You know, if you could just think about it in your mind, how he goes and comes when he gets ready. One can take a telescope and look out in space, and you can see the work of a very, very intelligent individual, how he constructed the cosmos, how he makes rings go around the planets, how he makes planets, stars explode. You know, all these things are part of his majesty, his power, the way that he does things. Can you imagine how disarray it looks to us as things flying, going from here and there out in the heavens, and everything is up under his divine control? But to us, it looks like it's total chaos. He knows exactly where everything is going. Don't nothing go any place by mistake. Oh, I didn't intend for that to go. No. Everything happens just like he wants it. Now let's keep on going here. We're going to look at, let's go to Amos. Amos, the 3rd chapter. See, because I'm going to go somewhere here tonight, and I want you guys to go with me. I want to show you guys something. Let's go here to Amos. Let me get it here. Let me find it. I got to get it. Amos. I got so many things here I'm looking at. Okay, let's look at Amos. Let's look at Amos, the 3rd chapter. Let's look at verses 6 and 7. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord has not done it?" Everything is done by him. He's in control of everything. Even though it may look like it's chaos and chaotic and things are going here and there, everything is under his divine control. He's in the driver's seat, and he knows exactly what he's doing. Now, whether we agree with it or not, that's on a different page. But on the page that the Most High is on, he does whatever he want to do, and can't nobody stop him. Now let's keep on going here. In verse 7 says, "Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servant the prophet." See that? Now we know for a fact that we are the people that came in on the ships. Now we came in their loins. Okay? Even though they're dead and gone, we are their offspring, so we are them. Because we came from them. Okay? So we was on the ship even though we was in their loins. And on down, we're here today. Now let's keep on going here. Now let's go to we're in Amos. Let's go back to Deuteronomy. Let's look at 29. 29. Let's look at that. Let's just turn the pages here a little bit. Remember 29, it says, "The secret things belongeth unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law." It belongs to us, whether we're in captivity or whether we are living in our own land. And my brothers and sisters, I know that there are a lot of books that are out there that people are reading. But my brothers and sisters, this King James have followed us from the day that we left out of Jerusalem. This King James have followed us. This is the same book that they used to put us into slavery, and this is the same book that the Most High is using to bring us out. I mean, but everybody want to run here and grab this book and grab that book. Why? Why won't you use the same book that the Most High used to put you into captivity? After all, He is the same God, isn't He? Haven't He been the same God from way back? He put our ancestors into captivity, and then what? He came back and what? Brought them out of captivity. Not someone else. It was Him. Now let's keep on going. Let's go here to look at let's go to Ezekiel. Well, I don't want to fool Ezekiel. I mean, I do want to go there, but let's go to Chronicles. Let's go to 2nd Chronicles here real quick. Let's go there real quick. 2nd Chronicles, and then we'll bounce back. If I have time, then we'll go and look at that. Okay. Let's look at 2nd Chronicles. 2nd Chronicles 16. Let's look at that real quick. 2nd Chronicles 16. Let's look at 9. It says, "For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth." Not part of it, the whole earth. And look what it said, "to show Himself strong in the behalf of those whose heart are perfect toward Him. Herein thou hast done foolishly." And it goes on. But you see that the Most High eyes are everywhere. See, folk think that, well, we in our own dwelling place, and we are in Trump Tower, or we are in the White House, or we may be in Cheyenne Mountain, we may be 2 miles underground, and we are planning to get rid of all the blacks. The one that said at the Hebrews, the so-called Israelites, the Negroes, one might say. And see, one can be afraid that all of his cabinet is millionaires, and all of them is the racists. I mean, the rock gut. But like I say, you have to understand that the Most High, He's in control. And I say it over and over all the time. You know, I try to encourage you where, you know, sometimes it's best not to even look at the news. Really, it is, because it is disturbing sometimes, and it's depressing. You know, because they tell you lies after lies after lies after lies, and then you get bombarded with that bullshit, and then you begin to wonder whether the Most High is there. But I'm telling you, you cannot give up on the Most High. You have to continually believe. I keep telling you over and over, stressing over and over, week after week, the Most High is in control. No matter what you see, no matter what somebody says, the Most High is in control. Now let's keep on going here. Let's keep on going. Let's go to 2 Kings. Now I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to show you something here. Let's go to 2 Kings. Let's read, let's look at chapter 6. And these here is stories, but they're true stories. It's not a story, but these are facts that happened with our ancestors, and He left these words on these pages for us, so that we can look at these words here and then see how He acted according to our ancestors. And remember what He said. He said, "I am the Father," over in Exodus, I think Exodus 4 and either Exodus 3, 14, 15, 16, or 13, somewhere along there. It's Exodus, the 3rd chapter. He says, "I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." He says it all down through there. And He says throughout all generations, "This is my name." So for all generations, even up to us, He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and all of their descendants. Now let's keep on going here. Let's look at it here. We're going to read verses out of chapter 6. And we're going to start with verse 8. Look what it says. It says, "Then the king of Syria warred against Israel, and took counsel with his servants, saying, in such and such a place shall be my camp. Now, when he say in such and such, he's not telling you where he's at now. It's such and such. Okay, so this is supposed to be a secret. Now let's keep on going. He says, and the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, beware that thou pass not such a place, for hither these Syrians are come down. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him, and warned him of and save himself there not once nor twice. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing, and he called his servants and said unto them, will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, no, my lord, O king, but Elijah the prophet that is in Israel telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speak in thy bedchambers. See that? See that? See, so you don't have to worry. Whatever they got planned, the Most High gonna make sure that we know about it. You ain't got to, don't fret yourself. Please don't. Don't worry about all that bullshit. The Most High is gonna tell somebody something. And you know who that somebody is? Huh? The one that he have chosen. And like I say, I would never tell you anything that he didn't tell me. No, sir. That's not my character. Whatever the Most High tells me to share with his people, that's all I share with you. I don't tell you my opinion. And I don't tell you about no damn dreams either. I tell you exactly what what y'all get is exactly what he tells me to give to you. Now, let's keep on going. Okay, now let's go to Psalms 33. Let's go there. Psalms 33. Let's look at that. Psalms 33, what we're going to look at? Let's look at verse 13. And look what it says here. It said, for the Lord looked from heaven, and he behold all the sons of men. See that? From the place of his habitation, he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. Ain't no hiding place. Ain't no secret place where you can go and do nothing. He knows all about all. Everything. So when one think that they got one up on the Most High, you got to be a fool. You got to be a fool. When one thinking that he's planning something for the servant of the Most High, you're a fool. You're a fool. Because the Most High gonna warn him. He gonna warn him in advance. Now let's keep on going. Let's look at let's go next door to Proverbs. Now watch this, my brothers and sisters. Proverbs 15. Now watch this. Let's read 1, 2, and 3. Look what it says. A soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stirs up anger. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright, but the mouth of a fool poureth out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. See that? Now, even though we know here that the Most High talking about he watching the evil and the good, but we also know that the Most High, he's the one that created it. And like I always tell you guys, just because we have found out the difference between evil and good, because Adam allowed the ones that come in the garden and then eat off the tree of knowledge, of good and evil. That's what it says. And he told Adam the difference between it, because Adam was naked and he hid from the Most High. And the Most High asked him, well, yeah. He said, I hid from you because I was naked. Oh, whoa, wait a minute, back up. You naked? Who told you you was naked? The Most High knew that Adam had not eaten of the tree, because he told Adam, if you do, you're going to die. But he didn't tell him that. So he knew somebody had to tell him. But we're going to bypass that. Let's move forward. Just because you and I know, and we have something to compare one to the other, good and evil, that doesn't change the Most High means of operation. Good and evil going to be around forever. That's not going to change. Okay? But now, for one to know about it, now you know about it, now you can be responsible for it. Yeah. Now you know the difference. Now you are responsible. Because if you didn't know anything about it, then you wouldn't have anything to compare to it. So when evil came, you would know the difference. When good came, you would know the difference. It really wouldn't matter. But now you know, now it matters. That's the difference. Now, let's keep on going. We're gonna look at I want to look at let's look at something else. I want to show you guys over in Ecclesiastes. And what we do here at LiveMeNoMore.org, we stay to the script as far as the laws in Egypt, because if you go outside their laws, then you putting yourself in jeopardy, so they can fuck with you. You know what I mean? And we seen that happen here a while back over there in on the East Coast. But anyway, let's look at this right here. Ecclesiastes 10, verses 19 and 20. It says, a feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answers all things. See that? Money answers all things. But he goes on here. Remember that. He said, curse not the king. See that? No, not in thy thoughts, or curse not the rich in thy bedchamber, for a bird of the air, shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter. See, one has to be careful about what you say. The Rib and I have counsel different individuals on different things that they have posted, and we try to keep people from getting in the catch-22, because like I say, any way the enemy can jam you up, he will. So I just thought I may, just some golden nuggets I'm just throwing in here, because of our great love that we have for our people, but we want you to be vigilant and not fall into the okey-doke trap, that the enemy have out there for us. Okay, now moving along, we're gonna show you guys something here in the book of Daniel, and then we're gonna move on a little further. Let's go into the book of Daniel, Daniel the 4th chapter, and we want to let you guys know that the Most High have our back, no matter what you may be going through, because see, everything is not going to be pleasant. I mean, we need to get that frame of mind out of our thinking, because there are going to be some stressful times, and there are going to be times when things are not going to be well with thee, if I may put it like that. But we need to steadfast with the word of the Most High and trust and believe Him. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at Nebuchadnezzar chapter 4. Let's begin with verses 13, because the Most High is always going to keep his people informed, about everything, all right? But I want you guys to, there's some key words that I want you guys to think about, and you'll see what's transpiring here. Now it says, in the 13th chapter, it says, now this is Nebuchadnezzar here, and the Most High is finna snatch the kingdom from him. Okay, and look what happens now. He says in 13 says, I saw in the vision of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and an holy one. Let's stop right there. I told you guys a while back about the Most High has watchers. You can't see them, I can't see them either, but they're here. They're here watching, and they're here bringing messages. Now look what he says here, and an holy one, not the holy one, but a holy one. Now we know that in Genesis it talks about the sons of God came down and they made it with the women and stuff. Okay, those are holy ones. Those are ones that came from the heavens. You want to call them ETs, yeah, extraterrestrials, yes. They had a glow about them. One writings called them the shiny ones. But anyway, let's look at this again. And an holy one came down from heaven. Now they came down with a message. Now the only way that man can one of the ways that the Most High informs the individuals that he have called is that he sends watchers, holy ones, some supernatural being as a messenger, and he sends him with the word to the one that he have chosen. Now let's look at this right here closely and see what it says. And he cried aloud and said, thus hew down a tree and cut off his branch, shake off his leaves and scatter his fruit. Let the beasts get away from under it and the fowls from his branches. Okay, make a long story short, I'm gonna cut through the chase. Most High is taking the kingdom from him, and he's telling him that he's going to cut the tree down, talking about him, but he's going to leave a stump. And you guys know about forestry, either just cutting down a tree. If you don't get the root of it, it's going to start to sprout back up. All the sprouts, and then before you know it, you got another little tree growing. Okay, this is what he's talking about, what's going to happen to Nebuchadnezzar. Now let's keep on going here. Let's jump on down to verse. Let's jump down to verse 17. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, with an S, the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones. You see, no matter what they do down here on this planet, I told you the Most High is in control. There is no secret that the Most High does not know about. There's nothing that you can do that the Most High does not know about. See, so whatever they are doing, whatever they're trying, that don't matter, that ain't nothing but bullshit. Okay? Nothing but bullshit, because the Most High is in control. He's going to take care of business. Now let's keep on going here. Alright, we're at 17, right? Okay, let's continue there. He says, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and sitteth up over it the best of men. Now here we see, like I said, the Most High setting them all up. He is setting all of them up. And they don't even know it. They thinking, well, we got this thing in the bag and we're going to do it. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're being used. They are being used just like puppets. He's setting them up. And listen, the Most High is fair. He is. He can't do, he cannot do anything to you until you do something wrong. That's right. He will make you, he will cause you to do something wrong. You guys remember when he calls David, our king, to take a census? David said that the word said that he moved David to take a census. And then after he did it, he punished him. That's how the Most High rolled. See, so when they are being set up, so when he comes, ain't gonna be no out of my ass. No, I ain't hear nothing. You done this because I caused you to do it, and you're guilty. So guess what? You got to pay. You got to pay. I'm going to show you guys and later on down the teaching. Now let's keep on going. Huh? We're going to go on down to, and read on down to verse 23. Look what it says. All right, it says, this dream I, Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now thou, O Belshazzar, declare the interpretations thereof, for as much as all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known unto me the interpretation, but thou art able. For the spirit of the holy God, see that little God right there, is in thee. Little God. Now, let's keep on going. And then Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, was astonished for 1 hour, and his thoughts troubled him. The king spake and said, Belshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble thee. Belshazzar answered and said, my lord, the dream be to them that hate thee, and the interpretations thereof to thine enemy. The tree that thou sawest, which grew and was strong, whose height reached the heavens, and the sight thereof of all the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and upon whose branch the fowls of the heaven had their habitation. It is thou, O king, that art grown and become strong, for thy greatness is grown and reached up unto heaven, and thy dominion to the ends of the earth. And whereas the king saw a watcher and an holy one coming down from heaven, and saying, hew the tree down, and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the root thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, and in the tender grass of the field. Let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field till 7 times pass over him. So we see here that judgment. The watchers came down and gave him judgment. Told Daniel, tell him this. But now, I don't want to leave off the lesson here too much, but do you guys see the names here that this name Belshazzar that was given unto Daniel? But the Most High never called Daniel that name. He always called him Daniel. Always. And see, just like Joseph when he was in Egypt. The Most High never called Joseph the name that the Pharaoh gave him, Zephaniah. The Most High never called Joseph that. But what I'm trying to say is, I know a lot of people, have changed their names, to all these other names and whatnot. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, but if you go by the scriptures, you will see here that the Most High is not going to call you by any other name but the name that you was born with. That's the name that He's going to give you. That's why He never called Moses a Hebrew name. He called Moses Moses. He didn't call Moses a Hebrew name. If He had called Moses by a Hebrew name, Moses would have never known who He was talking about. And like I say, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm only trying to give you clarity. I'm only giving you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. If one wants someone to tell them a lie, then you got to go somewhere else and find someone to tell you a lie, because I'm not going to tell you a lie. I'm going to tell you just like it is. I mean, one may not agree, and that's totally fine. But you can't argue with what's in the pages. You can't argue with what's in the pages. Now, you can go read Genesis 41:45. And you'll see where Joseph's name was changed by the Pharaoh to Zephaniah. And you see here Daniel's name was changed to Belshazzar. I know I'm not probably pronouncing that right, but the Most High never called him by that name. He always called him Daniel. And when he talked with him, that's the name that he called him. He called him Daniel. He didn't call him some other name. That's just like me myself. When the Most High came to me and talked with me and showed me in a vision the day of His return, and back in '96, He called me by my name. He didn't call me no other name. He called me L.D. Smith. That's what He called me. The day that He visit me in my room, and I told him I was dying from alcohol. He called me by my name. He didn't call me any. He didn't call me any name that I was named in high school, or what I may have been named in my neighborhood by my so-called friends. No, He didn't. But like I say, that's up to the individual. One can call themselves all the other names you want to. That's totally up to you. But the Most High, He's gonna call you by your name when He speaks with you. And see, like by one changing his or her name, that doesn't change your identity from who you are. Okay, Moses' name was named Moses, but he still was a Hebrew Israelite. That had nothing to do with his DNA, and neither his heritage or his lineage. He was still a child of the Hebrew lineage. So I mean, all I'm doing is I'm trying to let a lot of people know that just because you change your name, that doesn't mean anything. And like I say, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm only telling you the truth, and I'm telling you the facts. Now, we're going to look at another scripture here in Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah 20:23 here, and let's look at that real quick. Jeremiah 23. Now, let's look at, we're going to look at a few scriptures here. What I'm going to look at out of here. I want that. Well, we ain't got time for that, to be honest. I want to look at Micah. Let's go to Micah and let's see what we got in here, because I need to not go over my time. Let's look at Micah here. Micah, the 7th chapter, and I'm gonna show you something out of here, my brothers and sisters. You can take it to the bank. The Most High doesn't change. And like I said, He says He's coming back for us, and He's coming back for us. He said vengeance is His. He will bring vengeance. Now let's look at Micah chapter 7. Let's look at verses 15. It says, according to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt. Okay, you guys know, where are we? We in Egypt, okay? What he did then, he's going to do again. Now look and think about it. He said, will I show unto thee marvelous things? The nations shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hands upon their mouths. Like, once they find out and they see who's the real people, they're going to be like, okay, now let's keep on going. He says here, their mouth and their ears shall be deaf. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms on the earth. They shall be afraid of the Lord our God, and shall fear because of thee. Because of him. They're going to fear. Once they really find out that Jesus is a dim-ass God, that Jesus can't save them, all their fear and all their hope is going to go down the drain. And look what it says here. Who is a God? See that capital G? Like unto thee, that pardons iniquity and passes by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage. It's right there. I told you, Israel, you got nothing to worry about. And look what he says here. He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. Now, Israel, I want you to read this last verse with me. Now, we're going to read these first 3 words together. These first 4 words together. We're going to say it 3 times. I want you to get this down inside you. Look what it says. He will turn again. He will turn again. He will turn again. Even though all this bullshit we're going through now, all this that we got to put up with, he was angry, but he's not going to be angry with us forever. He says he will turn again. He will have compassion on us. He didn't say the word. He didn't. He says he's going to turn again to us, and he's going to have compassion on us. That's what he said. It's right in the pages. And now look what he says here. He will subdue our iniquity, and thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. Thou wilt perform the truth of Jacob, and the mercy to Abraham which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old. That ain't gonna change. That ain't gonna change. That's why I keep on telling you. You Hebrew, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But you don't have anything to worry about. Because the Most High God, He's going to turn to us again. And any of you guys that ever get fearful, come to this passage here and read verses 19 and 20 again. Read it over and over and get it down inside you. No matter what. You guys remember what I told you? I read to you guys over there in Job. When Job said that even though the worms have eaten up this decayed body, he said, my Redeemer liveth, and he shall stand at the latter day. He says, and I shall behold him with my own eyes, not the eyes of another, but I'm going to see my God. I'm going to see my Redeemer with my own eyes. He never, and I repeat, he never said at any time that he was going to look for Jesus. Not one time. Not one time. So all you that is believing in Jesus, y'all ass in trouble. Y'all in trouble. My brothers and sisters, we here at louderminimum.org, we want to continually tell you that the Most High liveth, that the Most High ruleth, that the Most High is in your corner, even though things may not look as well as you want them to look. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Because you know why? He's faithful. He's faithful and true. He will never leave you. He said a mother might forget about her child, but I never forget about you. Never. He said, you are engraved on the palm of my hand. Every time I look at my hand, I see you. I will never forget you. So my brothers and sisters, take the Most High at His word. Don't be fearful. Don't worry about nothing. Don't you worry. When the time comes, He's going to give me a word to give to you. Huh? Don't you worry. My ears are open. I'm very attentive. I'm waiting for His next word. And my brothers and sisters, believe me, I read to you, He says He does nothing until He reveals His words to His prophet. So my brothers and sisters, we here at louderminimum.org, we wish you guys have a wonderful, blessed Sabbath. Until our next Sabbath and our midweek teaching, shalom.